The first ever episode of Don't Cook This with Kate. Hi, and welcome back to my kitchen. So normally you watch me review sauces and suffer and struggle through it to tell you what they're all about, but here recently I had something really awesome come up where these sauces and seasonings were sent to me by Ric Orlando, who's been seen on Food Network's Beat Bobby Flay, as well as episodes of Chopped and the Championship of Chopped. My guy really knows what he's doing, and he's also developed an awesome line of sauces and spices. I am down one bottle of his sauce, mainly because it was absolutely so magnifique. We went ahead and polished it off in one night. So if you want to know what Dirty Blonde is all about, you got to go back in time and check out that review. Anyway, in honor of Ric Orlando and Food Network, we're going to kind of do this a little Food Network style. So I want you to do me a favor. Don't write any of this down. Do not keep any of these recipes close to your heart. And welcome to the first ever episode of How Not to Cook with Katie. So let's get started. I wanted to take a second to let you know a little bit about the recipe that we're going to be trying today. I hopped on Pinterest and found a recipe for Mexican street corn and thought that that would be a great addition to the brisket that we're having for dinner tonight. So I sat down, briefly glanced over the instructions and ingredients, and now I think I'm a total pro. I read it, I got the basic gist. The recipe is on my phone, and my phone is my camera, so we're just gonna be doing this with our hearts, okay? So I'm gonna put my own little spin on it because I hate rules and I freaking hate instructions even more. I got the gist of it. The rest of it, we're just gonna use our hearts. And some Ric Orlando seasonings, particularly and specifically the DOBE. Yeah, so Ric Orlando's legendary DOBE, all-purpose Latino-style rub and seasoning, flavor maker spices. I figured that this would be like a great replacement for all of the other ingredients that they had listed on Pinterest. So here, as with always, Ric Orlando has this dynamite personality, which I personally love. I think it's awesome, and it shows he really enjoys what he's doing. And he's got a little bit of flair, so it's awesome. And on his seasonings, he's written a little specific write-up on all of them. So let's read what that is. When I was first introduced to Latin cooking, it was all about adobo. Adobo on chicken, pork, beans, chips, but as I learned about making clean food, I knew that I could do better. My adobe is everything that is great about Latin flavor without any of the chemicals. All right, I can dig. All natural, real recipes at RichterScaleBrand.com. Okay? The ingredients are as follows: salt, garlic powder, paprika, onion powder, cumin, oregano, annatto seed extract, cornstarch, white pepper. So not a ton of ingredients, and certainly nothing that you can't pronounce, which for me, I really appreciate that. Yeah, okay. Listen here, that smell, oh my gosh, that's like walking into your favorite Mexican restaurant. That's beautiful. That is a really strong aroma. And here on the Richter scale, it's a 1. So I've tried a 6 on the Richter scale, and that wasn't very spicy. So this is gonna be a all flavor forward style seasoning. Let's get to it, shall we? Let's fumble through Mexican street corn. Fun story also, so I'm like born and bred in Fort Mill, South Carolina, and ironically enough, I've lived in the same neighborhood my entire life. Not intentionally, it's just how it always managed to work out. So I haven't really traveled much, and I've been a stay-at-home mom really since I was 21 years old. So I haven't really been very many places or seen or tried many things, and that's sort of the point of this channel here. If I can't travel, then I'm just gonna bring the world to me. 35th birthday, my sister-in-law and I went out to a Mexican restaurant, and she ordered Mexican street corn. And I'm like, I've never had that before in my life. And then I finally got it, and I was like, oh my God. I've never been the same. I love it. It's like bomb diggity. So that's what we're gonna try and do tonight. However, I have a pet peeve of eating it off the cob. So we not gonna be eating it off the cob. We're gonna be doing it in more of like a casserole style situation. Of course, we're going to be using the seasoning, the DOBE seasoning from Ric Orlando. Then we're going to have some sour cream, limes, queso fresco, red pepper flakes because I need it spicy, green onions because yum, and last but not least, y'all, the most important ingredient in Mexican street corn is mayonnaise. But I got to tell you, if you have not been using Duke's, that's right, Duke's, then you've been doing it all wrong this whole time, because Duke's mayo is the only mayo. No, this isn't a sponsored video. I just had to let you know because I love me some Duke's. Okay, so let's get started and make this thing happen. We're gonna do like, I don't think that's a dollop. I believe this might be a glob of sour cream. And with measuring, when you're measuring with your eyeballs and your heart, you just have to sort of guess what's gonna be enough. And I think that that will probably be good. Next, Duke's, the only mayonnaise you should ever use for anything you're ever making. Now listen, there's never too much Duke's, ever, for any reason, okay? Are you looking at me? Hi. We're gonna take our onions. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Then we're gonna take our fresh cheese. Get that down in there. What you think, babe? Is that enough?
Sure.
Okay.
So a little bit more, of course.
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah. Got a lime here. Most exciting is gonna be the DOBE seasoning. So measure with your heart. If we were cooking something that would actually require measurements to be a successful dish, I would have paid attention. But this is all in how I want it to be. Look, it's so pretty. You can see that DOBE seasoning mixed in beautifully. So now,
that's gonna be amazing.
We're gonna bake this. So I'm gonna throw her there in my cast iron, my trusty, hopefully never rusty cast iron. Ooh, I can smell the lime. The lime's starting to come through a little bit. See that? Isn't that perfect? I'm gonna do this because I want to. We're gonna do just another little bit of this seasoning sprinkled on top here.
How long is it gonna have to bake for?
We're gonna put that in the oven at 350 for maybe about 15 minutes. I don't know, it feels like 15 minutes would be a good amount of time. So let's go ahead and put that in the oven. The first ever episode of Don't Cook This with Kate. We've got this Mexican street corn bake type deal all finished and out of the oven. Now we're gonna sprinkle a little bit more of this queso con fresco. And I also just learned that this stuff crumbles on its own. How about them apples? Yep, so we're just gonna put that on top and then melt it a little bit longer, not much. And then she should be ready to receive. Here is the final product. When it's no longer magma, I'll test it and let you know how it is. All right, time for my favorite part. I got my flamingo filled up here. We're gonna try some of this Mexican street corn and cast iron. Oh my God. Oh my God, and the only seasoning we put in there was the DOBE seasoning. That's it. There was no other seasoning. I didn't like put salt or anything. I did put red pepper flakes. Always measure with your heart. Always measure with your heart. Oh my God. This is spectacular. It's just a little bit of kick. The flavors, oh my God. Yeah, that's what's up. Do this. I don't know if it's the flamingo Or just my mad cooking skills. I think it's the DOBE seasoning. Oh, God. That tastes like I made it in a restaurant. Happy 4th of July, y'all. Thanks for kicking it with me. That was amazing. Go out. Check out RicOrlando.com. Ric Orlando is really great. Seasonings are fantastic. Street corn is out of this world. I'm really impressed with myself. Okay. God bless y'all. Take care.